Every county basically has an emergency operations center, and that's where you gather your key people, your key decision makers. And what you do is take the requests from the responders, from the public, you look at your plan, and you implement, try to meet the needs of those individuals.
The EOC is extremely valuable within emergency management. As a first responder, you're at the scene, you have an incident command structure set up, but you're dealing with that scene and only that scene at the time. That's your focus.
Just working with the EOC on a semi-regular basis, I've learned a lot that makes me think more, not necessarily globally, but in a bigger picture kind of thought process with even regular emergencies or things that happen day to day. It's really taught me to kind of look down the road as to what might be the next big thing coming up, or what might be the next need that law enforcement would have coming up down the road.
The Emergency Operations Center, which would be off-site from the scene, that's where the bigger picture is looked at. So you're looking at a larger picture than the incident itself, and you're trying to anticipate various resources that may be needed in the future to help with that scene.
When we have an event where we need to manage resources through the county, so that's where it becomes invaluable. I know if I have a major event and I'm pulling resources from other communities, I know the EOC is also making sure that those other communities are covered by pulling in other resources from either other counties or other departments within the county.
Because you can get a number of individuals involved in the scene, and you can collectively, as a group, discuss what's the next process for the event, and that is all done here at the EOC.
The other event I had was a fire at Detroit Edison. It was August 11th, 2016. Roughly 6 o'clock in the afternoon, they had an explosion, a large fire. Our initial response was we had 3 departments responding. Within 30 minutes of the incident, we realized that we were going to be there for a long period of time. We've asked for a lot of assets to come into our community. We were going to need somebody to start backfilling and supporting the other communities. We had a representative from the EOC and a unified command post at DTE that night. I had 2 calls through the night in my community that I was not aware of, because I was able to focus on what we had going on at DTE. The EOC had somebody backfilled into my station and handled both calls. It just allows you to focus on what you got going on, and it doesn't have to be a rather large event. It could be any of the storms, the winds that have been coming through our communities in the last year. A lot of these things, we need to get the EOC opened up to start thinking outside the box. You know, where is it going? Where's it coming? What do we need to open up? Do we need to open up warming centers depending on the time of the year? Cooling centers? You know, who do we need to house? There's a lot of different things out there that we need to really be looking at.
You know, having a room like this and the resources available to deal with anything from a large building fire where you have multiple departments responding to a catastrophic event is just a major plus. You know, and it just doesn't stop at the end of the incident. The cleanup, the follow-up, the people who have been pulled out of their homes and stuff like that. So it's just it's one of the best tools in my toolbox.